Calculating residential load is an essential process. To begin, determine the square footage. This involves multiplying the length by the width of each room to find its area in square feet. Add the square footage of all rooms that require care, such as bedrooms, living areas, hallways, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. This total square footage is a crucial input for the next steps. Next, calculate the patient load. To do this, refer to the table in the Residential Care Services Manual, specifically RCW 70.128-100, which can be found online or through official Washington State resources. This table correlates square footage with patient load. The patient load indicates the number of residents that the facility can accommodate based on its size. Locate the square footage range that includes your calculated total square footage. The corresponding patient load will be listed in the table. After determining the patient load, ascertain the required staffing levels. Staffing levels are directly determined by the patient load. Again, refer to the table in RCW 70.128-100 to find the required number of staff members needed for each level of patient load. The table will specify the minimum number of staff members required to provide adequate care for the given patient load. Now, let's go through an example to illustrate the process. Imagine a residential care facility with 2 rooms. Firstly, room 1 measures 10 feet by 12 feet, resulting in an area of 120 square feet. Secondly, room 2 measures 15 feet by 18 feet, totaling 270 square feet. Adding these together, the total square footage for these 2 rooms is 390 square feet. Consulting the table in RCW 70.128-100, a square footage of 390 square feet corresponds to a patient load of 5. Finally, according to the table in RCW 70.128-100, a patient load of 5 requires a staffing level of 2. Therefore, in this example, the facility requires at least 2 staff members to care for the 5 patients. Some additional tips. Firstly, make sure to include all rooms that require care in your square footage calculation. Don't forget hallways, laundry rooms, bathrooms, and any other spaces where residents may spend time or receive care. Secondly, ensure that you are using the correct table in the RCW for the specific type of residential care being provided. There may be different tables for different types of facilities, so it's essential to use the appropriate one. Thirdly, always double-check your calculations and ensure that you are rounding correctly. Small errors in calculation can lead to significant discrepancies in patient load and staffing level requirements. If after following these steps you are still experiencing difficulties, consider contacting your local residential care services licensing authority for guidance. They can provide clarification on the regulations and assist you with any specific questions or concerns.